Yo, what is up? So, in this video, I'm gonna, with FSR4 fresh in my mind, because I've just literally put the 4090 back in a couple of days ago, I want to have a good look at DLSS4 and look at the differences, just from my point of view, what I look for in games like hair quality, clothes on the character, and just sort of objects, aliasing, and stuff like that. See how well it holds up at 1440p, because I think FSR4 done a really good job on that. So we'll have a look. So let me just check. Alright, so that needs to be that. So the first one I want to have a look at is I'll have another look at this because I've picked the games out I want to look at. I might, well, I did want to have a look at Monster Hunter, so I might just start installing it actually. Alright, so if that installs by the end of the video, then I'll probably look at that, because I did look at FSR4 on that. So all the games basically that I'd look at FSR4 on, I'll be looking at, because it's literally fresh in my mind, so I will notice the differences. And I've only got one system, so I'd have to I've got basically take the graphics cards out. So the 4090 is back in. But for me, it's easy to tell anyway. So, because on this game, there's something I want to look into on that. So, see if there's a difference on DLSS4. So, we'll load this one up. I've actually updated, just to show you. So, I've gone in here. I've updated that to DLSS4. Just to show people I'm doing a fair test. See? So, I can't apply it because I've done it. So, that should be DLSS4. And I've done it with all the other games. So might as well just show you now, because I could forget, because I've preloaded some of them. Right, so I'm going to look at this. So yep, see DLSS4 the latest. I don't know why the image ain't coming up with that, but that's the latest. So that's DLSS4. Same with Rebirth, that's another one I want to look at. Just have a look at the hair quality. That's the thing, it looked a bit too pixelated when I looked before, and I did. We didn't have the profile. I did do it though via this Nvidia profile inspector, which should just do the same thing. So I don't know unless they've updated something, but we'll have a look at that. I've had a look at that. So we'll see how Marvel. Yeah. So there is actually, I did preload this, and there is actually DLSS4 in the game. So I've updated that. So that's good. And then it's literally going to be in more games than FSR4. There's just so much support for it, it's unreal. So yeah, I mean, I think that's all the games covered. So we can load this up. Alright. So that's what. So I've got it on that. Alright, so I was playing on FSR4 native AA, so that should be as close as I can get. So any differences will be the upscalers themselves. So it's just from, well, I don't look for the same things. I look for similar things, but I don't look for exactly the same things as Digital Foundry and all them other people. That also, I don't like shimmering. I don't like that. So a lot of people do look for that. But I look at the hair quality of my character. Just things that really put me off. I mean, hair quality is the biggest thing for me, I think. then just shimmering on clothes, I don't like that. So anything weird going on there I don't like. And then just, if it's just blatantly obvious, like something is shimmering on the fence or something like that, I won't like that. So for me, it depends how obvious it is. Like, I don't zoom in 1000% or whatever. If I can't see it in the gameplay, it doesn't bother me. So it's just if it's really obvious. So we'll compare. Have a look at it. I've completed it now. What a banger of a game, as I keep saying. And that's interesting, as I said in my other video. So I think I'll keep it on 5 because the default is 5, but it was either out of 6 or 5. But it looks alright to me when I loaded it up. So what I did is I started a new game just ready for me to have a proper look at it, because there was a cutscene and all that. Alright. Yeah, so this is the first part. And to me, it does look really good. Like, I couldn't see nothing wrong with it. Even the sharpness. I mean, I think it can look overly sharp. So I think maybe 6 was just a bit. Because I was literally in the middle of a battle when I first looked at this on Nvidia. And it was really hard to because I was so worried about getting fucking shot. So, but yeah, it does look nice and sharp. To me, the hair quality, I've done a cutscene and it looked pretty good, just as good as FSR 4 at 1440p. Yeah, so I mean, that looks pretty stable with there's one thing I'm thinking is DLSS 4 a bit more stable with ADIS, and so that's one thing I'm looking at, and that's why I'm interested to see it in the Spider-Man 2 once I load that up, because I did notice on FSR 4 that is the main thing that I thought at 1440p it was just running a bit, but I know the lower resolution you go, the more that objects like all them cables up there, they should work. But that looks really stable, to be fair, on the DLSS 4. And when I played through on the 90% XT, I think that was one thing that was slightly unstable, so maybe that's the difference. But yeah, what I can see, I mean, I can zoom in, so I can't literally get off the horse, but I can tell by the cutscene. I mean, I know I saw DLSS 3 at performance looking quite unstable with hair and stuff, but nothing wrong with DLSS 4 on this. And everything looks pretty much good. Yes, it is impressive. I mean, go down here a bit. Yeah, the water always looks pretty good on DLSS anyway. Hopefully we get to a cutscene or something. Probably will there. because we're going back to camp. Yeah, it does look super stable from what I can see. Close look at it, but it's a bit dark.
Come on. It's okay, I got him. You go on.
You sure?
Yeah.
I mean, on FSR 4, I don't remember checking that bit out with a
About what we were
telephone
talking
cables,
about,
but all the telephone lines. But what I do remember is on the
Can't say I've
traps,
done different.
it did run a bit at 1440p, but it weren't super distracting for me.
I'll take it to the grave.
Overall, I liked FSR 4 on this game.
I'll see you later, Doc.
I think the only thing with DLSS 4 is it can look overly sharp, like too sharp, which is alright if you can turn down the sharpness in the game. So I think that's the biggest thing I've noticed with it, really. But I do prefer a sharper image. I much prefer that compared to a blurry image. So, and it's looking alright, looking really nice in this now. I know there was some issues at the start of it. But yeah, that's nothing wrong with that.
Hello,
I'm liking the air quality on Nelly.
Ellie?
I mean, as far as I can see, there's zero issues with it. I think it was this DLSS 3 that had some issues. Yeah, super stable at 1440p, so that is impressive.
Jesus. Almost gave me a heart attack.
I tried knocking, but
Hey,
hey,
what's up, Joel?
I mean, for me, this game is going to be it's far better than the series. I watched it last night.
folks are
And I just think they're changing too much stuff in
talking
it.
about how impressed they are with.
I don't think they've got the casting right for Abby either.
Well, you're
I expected a
helping out.
much stronger female in the game, but whatever.
Good.
I'll watch it, but I don't know. It's a bit like the first
I know
one
when out
for me,
riding the other day,
changing stuff.
He
I don't like it when they change things, and it should follow
told me a joke.
the plot of the
I thought
game
it's,
exactly the same characters and all that. Don't change them and
shoot,
stuff
I
like that.
forgot it.
That's what I don't like.
Something about a clock. How do you?
Joel, it's pretty late and I gotta get up in a few hours.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna get out of your hair. Just
Anyway, I'm 100% sure there's nothing wrong with that. So, because this could be a long video, so there's nothing wrong with that. So that's good. So the next one I want to look at is let's have a look. If we don't get time to do that, I'll look at that in another video. I mean, that game ain't not great anyway looking, but we'll see. So the next one is I want to have a look at this shadows, and I really did look. I really did like the look of FSR 4 in this one, even at performance at 1440p. So we'll see how DLSS 4 looks. Wait for that to load up. That's going to come up the after. I know Afterburner can be a bit buggy on this game. Alright, so that does look sharp, that. don't know if it's a bit overly shot. What is that on? I think I did put it on. No, that's come up. So the last time I checked it out, and I have uninstalled Optiscaler, by the way, on these games. So that shouldn't bug it out now. So well, yeah, even performance is looking sharp. Yeah, we'll have a look at quality first, because that's what I've done on my other test. But I do like how much sharper even performance is now. Alright, so that's what I look at. That's on default, because I didn't change that on the FSR 4. Alright, so yeah, the air quality looks really nice, nothing wrong with that. Yeah, that's impressive. Don't look like there's any ghosting. Let's because I'll come down to this part. Alright. Yeah, that looks pretty good to me. I mean, I can't really tell a difference, if I'm being honest, on this. Yeah, I mean, that is, I really can't see much in it, to be honest, between FSR 4 and DLSS 4 in this. It might even look a bit sharper on the DLSS 4, which is good. As I say, I do find that to be overly sharp sometimes, but this is actually alright on there, so yeah, that's good. Right, yeah, I mean, let's have a look at performance. I don't know what's going on with my clock speed down there. I mean, why does it keep doing that? So it's going to 29, then it's going to 19. I noticed that in my other game, so I don't know if these drivers are still bugged on Nvidia. I might have to uninstall the drivers and then reinstall them again, because I don't know if that is causing the performance loss, because that shouldn't be happening. So I didn't notice my FPS. It's 80 now. See, then it drops. What is that about? I don't know. I don't know, because I know they've had issues with drivers. But in terms of image quality, yeah, it's looking really nice. I mean, the hair quality looks pretty much the same, so that's impressive in itself. That FSR 4, I'd say that's a tie on this for me, from what I can see. Anyway, so that is pretty good. I will have a look at frame generation actually, just to see how much it adds. So alright, so on that. No, I mean this. There might be a driver issue, I think, because I'm not getting a lot more than I was on the 97 XT. Which is quite interesting, that at 1440p. So I don't know if these drivers are making me lose performance again. So I'm not sure about it. I might have a look at that half this, put it back to stock, and see if that's doing something for the overclock. So on 9, so 9, well, it changes that. Right, 9.7, 7.4. Nine point seven, 7.4. Right, so that has gone up about 1 gigabyte, just over, just about a gigabyte. So it does seem to use a lot more, this DLSS frame generation. So again, it's going to depend on what's the starting point and all that. But yeah, I don't know what's going on with that clock speed. I will have a brief look, because there shouldn't be nothing wrong with my overclock. Alright, so I'm going to restore that, turn that off, and if that's still happening, then I might have to uninstall the drivers after I do this video, or see what's going on with that, because that shouldn't be happening. Well, I've never noticed that before, where it's sort of going to 19, then going to 29. I mean, and I did notice that in another game, so in that Bloom and Rage. This is what it's, when it works, it's great on Nvidia, but it's just these little issues that I'm find that wind me up. So I'm not sure what's going on there. Oh, so that's the default clock speed. Turn that off. So I started off here. That's surprising, so it does look pretty similar. Alright. Well, I thought I might have been getting more performance at 1440p. So I don't know what's going on there on the 4090. I mean, are drivers bugged for this game or something? Are we losing performance on Nvidia? Because I know there's nothing wrong with my 4090. I had no issues with it. I know I was dipping into the 50s more on the 97 XC, but what is this? I don't know. Is this my clock speed is staying at that now? It's something I'm gonna have to look into because this video is gonna end up being too long. Anyway, it's not a performance video. I'm looking at VRAM, but whatever. So we've had a look at that. I mean, for me, that's pretty much a tie, if I'm being honest. So Marvel's Spider-Man 2, that will be the next one. Don't know why that's still saying that when I've literally reset it. Yeah, so I don't know. What's going on there? Oh, that's a surprise, isn't it? Alright, so now that's reset itself. Right. Yeah, well, with this game, I'm going to have to do it in reverse because I know these games bug out. So, reset. I don't know what's... Right. And that's a console feature, I don't want that being on. Alright, so I'm going to start because I want to have a look at VRAM as well. It could be my drivers. I mean, I did DDU everything. I've had no issues with that overclock, so I have to keep an eye on that. That's on 13 gigabytes of VRAM, 10 gigabytes utilization. Alright, so yes, that's what I do because I don't like the CPU holding the GPU back in this because it's very heavy on the CPU for some reason. It's a badly optimized game, I think, with the CPU. Alright, so that's on. So I'll have to look up the benchmarks as well in that Assassin's Creed game because, I mean, at 1440p, I'm sure that should be doing better on the actual. Don't want to do this mission actually. So, can you abandon the mission there? So I want to swing about. And I do actually want to.
Craven's really going after everyone.
have a look at Peter.
Not even Black Cat is safe.
You can't switch characters, right? Alright. Alright, so the annoying thing is it's a bit dark. But this is the same suit I was wearing on the 9020 XT, so just want to have a look at that. That looks pretty good. So, so the VRAM is 15.5, which is pretty high, isn't it? Allocation. And utilization is 12.4. So, it's alright. Right, so yeah, so it's allocated like less 1 gigabyte less basically, isn't it? It's 12.4 for utilization. It definitely uses more on Nvidia with VRAM because it was pretty much the same on the 9070 XC when you put the frame generation on. I suppose because it's 4090 it will be held back a bit more anyway, even on a 9800X3D on this game. So we're swing about. It does seem to be performing it should be on there anyway. See how it's still getting held back by the CPU. It is a badly optimised game. Alright, so what I wanted to look at, because on the FSR 4 I noticed when I was swinging about here the buildings were running a bit with the aliasing, like, and it actually looks to be alright on the. I mean, you can see that's the only difference I'm seeing really. I haven't got ray reconstruction on. I think it's broken anyway still, but yeah, I'm definitely seeing the aliasing look more stable at 1440p, so that's impressive. Image quality looks pretty much the same. I'd say it's just the alias and the AA where it's just but it's impressive how good FSR 4 is. But it's literally matching it for image quality. I mean, shadows it was pretty much a tie. From what for what I looked for in the game, it looked like a tie. So. But this is owned up nice and well. There was a fence somewhere. If I can find it.
Didn't see you there.
The fence was running more on yeah. And that's pretty stable. Alright, so I think that's the only difference I'm seeing really, that the stability when panning the camera. So that's actually pretty good, even at 1440p on DLSS. Yeah, that's pretty good to be fair. So I think AMD needs to get their own ray reconstruction as well, which will help with that. I mean, they're both really good, I'd say, on that, but that is where DLSS has got the edge with it, aliasing. So that's interesting. Alright, so I think we'll have a look at. Let's have a look at Rebirth. So I've updated the DLSS on this. Is that Afterburner? That coming? Oh, that is now. Right, so there we go. Right, it's because of this bloody. They still. I don't know why they ain't supporting ultra wide. So I've got to load this up. It was the same thing in this game, so I've had to download a mod to get that working at 3440. That's the only thing that can be annoying with it. But when it works, it looks great on the ultra wide. Right, so back in we go. Alright. So now, oh, that's a stupid thing that you got to go Windows just to change it. Right, one. What's going on here? That usually works straight away, that. Oh, there we go. Alright. It would be nice if they could actually update it. It's not hard. If modders can do it. Can't see why they don't, but... Right, so I've got it on native DLAA. This is DLSS 4. So annoyingly it's a bit dark, but we'll have a look. I mean, it still looks a bit sort of over sharpened around the edges of the air and a bit pixelated. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I mean, see on FSR 4, for me they've got it just about perfect on that, on the hair quality. And I want to get to go somewhere else where if we can get some more light up here. I mean, it is DLSS 4 and
Military personnel are to report to the deck immediately.
Oh, there you are. Over here, quickly. The whole ship is crawling with fiends. They're everywhere. Please, you have to help.
Copy. We're on.
it looks better there. But I just noticed it when
But there's a lot of ground to cover.
you come out of the cutscene.
Give me a hand.
It just feels like once you come out of
Follow
the
me.
cutscene, and I didn't notice that on FSR 4.
Come on.
It looks worse once you. There looks nothing wrong with it there.
Ensure the safety of the passengers.
That's some more light here. Alright, so that's where I see it. Where it's very over sharpened, and I just can't work out. So I wasn't seeing that on the FSR 4. There's no. This is where it becomes an issue when you can't turn down the sharpness in the game. So I don't know why they haven't done that. It's the same issue I had on Final Fantasy 16, which I keep saying. But when I did check it out, it looks like it was alright in that game with DLSS on there. So yeah, I mean, to be fair, everything else looks pretty good because it did look a bit blurry, but it's just the air. I don't like how that sort of. It just looks very over sharpened to me, and I don't like it. So I mean, everything. Maybe aliasing might be better on there, because I think that is one thing where DLSS 4 excels over at the 1440p. I think it will be the case where aliasing is more stable. So I think that's the difference. But I'd say the hair quality for me is better on FSR4 in that game. So I mean, what I might do is I think, because this video is going to end up being long, I'll do this game, and I might do another video having a look at like 4 more games or something, because this video will be getting a bit long. So this will be the last one. So I'll be looking at hair quality, like my previous tests I did on looking at FSR3, comparing it to FSR4. Because I haven't played this game, so I'm literally at the same point, so I've just not been playing it, so I can test it. Have a look at all the upscalers. Right. So as I said, I've uninstalled Optiscaler on all these games, the ones I'm testing, so they don't bug out. Right, so we'll be looking at that first. Everything's on the same settings. Right. Because on this game it just doesn't completely clear up the distant objects and stuff like that. I'll be looking at the boat. So first of all we'll look at the hair quality. So no matter how good the upscaler, it's not going to be immaculate. But so that looks really sharp, that. Again, it might be overly sharp, which is... Let's have a good look at it, because I don't want it, because I didn't change it on FSR4 for sharpness. So I wanted to have a look at... There's nothing wrong with it. Just might be a bit overly sharp. Let's have a look at... See, these fences usually are pretty unstable. And that looks pretty good. As I say, it's going to do that a little bit. It's going to sort of flicker. But I was doing that on FSR4, to be fair. But it was stable. It was as stable as you was going to get. There might be some slightly better stability on the DLSS4. So that is impressive. Oh, here we go. These fuckers here. Gonna start a fight. Alright. So I want to have a look at these boats. See, there's no way of getting rid of that when you're playing it. So the way I was doing it, just by looking at it, see if it starts flickering and shimmering a bit. So on that, because if we take a look at FSR3, you'll see that start, yeah, see it start shimmering more, even at native FSR3. And it'll just get worse when you go to quality. Yeah, see, even when you're just standing still looking at it. But FSR4 cleared that up, so that's pretty much doing the same thing on the DLSS 4. I think on performance, yeah. Yeah, I'm seeing on performance, I'm seeing that bit more blurry now on the DLSS 4, which is interesting. We but I think that was on the. Yeah, that's definitely more blurry now. That's a bit better. What am I Afterburner? Alright. Oh no, that is a lot sharper on the DOAA. So for me, there's still a difference when you're looking at performance, quality, and DOAA on this game, anyway. Yeah, that is much sharper. So I can see more of the detail on his face and the hair. If you look at his fringe, it should be coming out when I upload it. So you go there. This is at 1440p. And there is a slight difference when you go quality. It's not as sharp with the fringe, the front, and then looking at his face, it's a tad more blurry. Yeah, no, that is a lot more blurry. So I wouldn't want to play on performance on this game. That's still pretty stable defense. But I'm looking at his hair, and this is I mean, I know people saying you should use performance there on DLSS 4, but I wouldn't want to use it on this game with that. But then on shadows, it looked pretty good. So this is what I've said before. Certain games, for me, it's not going to be ideal performance. And now I'm sort of thinking. Now I'm sort of thinking to myself, I can't go into every game thinking DLSS 4 performance is going to be great. So this is I don't think I noticed that. I'd have to have another look, but so that's very interesting. I don't think I noticed that on the FSR 4 performance. So that is interesting. It's a shame that I can't have another look at it, but I don't. It definitely looked more blurry on performance there. But in the main, yeah, I think it does look good. DLSS 4. I mean, it looked great on the Last of Us Part 2. It looks great on that. Even at performance, it looks great. I didn't test out performance on that. Yeah, I mean, it's just I like to test out things myself because I don't know. I don't know now after looking at that because everyone's saying go DLSS 4 performance and it's going to look just as good as quality or whatever. I don't know if I agree with that after looking at that. So it's when people. I mean, I've got nothing against technology. I mean, FSR 4 isn't perfect. I think aliasing is better on DLSS 4. But it's when people sort of overhype it and then you start thinking it will be great. And then I start looking at it in certain games. And because on DLSS 3, I did notice at performance, I could see the quality loss in hair at times. It definitely was better than FSR 3, but then it gave me a more blurry look. So this is what I mean. I think that's why I got the 4090 because I just wanted to use the DLSS quality more. So because I wanted more raster, and I didn't want to go performance. So well, we can have a look at this. No, that's installed. But the bloody shader's going to take a while now. I'll say that for another game. I mean, I know them shaders take bloody ages. You know what? Blow it, I'll do it. Because it will be another game to test. It's going to be over an hour, this video. So, on YouTube, I've noticed I did upload another video and it come up failed to process, and I actually deleted the video. So I've learned my lesson from that. So I usually do not delete it, and I thought I'd just take a chance to save space. And then I fucking lost my video. So, which was difficult, but yeah, so I've definitely learned a lot just by looking at it myself, and this is why I do it, because I just like to, because all tech tubers can say stuff and it's all condition you to think stuff, and then you look at it and then you're seeing different things. But definitely I did update that to DLSS 4 as well, so that should be DLSS 4 in the game, that Yakuza. But this has got to be up there with Stalker 2, the shaders on this game. So fucking slow. Anyway, I think the main thing to keep in mind is all these upscale. It could be a case of the game where in one game it won't look as great on DLSS 4, and it'll look better on FSR 4, and it could be the same thing in reverse. So for me, ideally you just want to go into a game like, and if you want more performance, just whack on a FSR 4 or DLSS 4 in performance, and you can, and you'd want to think, I'm not losing any, I'm not getting a more blurry image, I'm not losing quality. But I don't know. It's when games throw that sort of curveball at you, and you think, I don't know. So for me, it's not like I don't like graphics. I do like graphics. I'd rather turn ray tracing down, get more performance, than have a more blurry image. Because I don't like, as I've said, I like the hair quality looking pristine, and I like visuals being sharp. And I've just found in the past, going to performance gives you a more blurry image. And FSR 3 was literally making it shimmer and giving you a more blurry image. So ideally you'd need graphics cards that actually can bloody render it without, but this is how it's going now. You got to use upscalers, so you got to go through this sort of stuff, especially at 4K. But Unreal Engine games, they do I mean, that feels quite heavy, Assassin's Creed Shadows. But I don't know if my drivers have mucked up. Now, I was getting more FPS than 1970 XT, but it just felt in that area it was going a bit low. So that was interesting there. But my clock speed was going to like 28.95 and then going down to 19 megahertz. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, obviously it'd be lower here because you're doing shaders, but I haven't noticed that before. And I've always run that same overclock. Otherwise, going to 1900 megahertz and then just like going up and down, because that should surely affect the FPS, shouldn't it? If it keeps doing that. So what I'll have to do is just completely uninstall the Nvidia drivers, then I'll have to do it again and see if that fixes it. I mean, I haven't had any crashes in games, which is a good thing, but I did note that is one thing I noticed. So again, it's great. It's great when the technology works. You ain't getting any issues on Nvidia. Right, so come on, it would be this game where shaders take so fucking long. It wouldn't surprise me if it's pretty much the same in this one. FSR 4 and DLSS 4. I mean, that Yakuza game, I could probably easily play it. Since I got the 4090, I wouldn't have to use performance, so that wouldn't bother me too much. It's just when in games where you got to go, say, in balance or performance, I wouldn't trust it after seeing that. I wouldn't just go into a game, put that on and think, oh, I'm safe with my hair quality and all that, because I could be losing some. I could be getting more blur just by doing that. So, but again, shadows, I'd be happy doing it on that, because it looks pretty much the same when you go from quality to performance, which is good. So it's gonna again, depending on the game. Alright, almost there. Again, I'm not biased or anything. I just literally say what I see. So it doesn't benefit me by shilling for one brand. What you get from me, you'll get the honest truth. So if I see something I'm not happy with, I will say it. Right. So I did test it on FSR 4 quality on this one. So I'll be doing the same. DLSS quality. I didn't. Ray tracing is pointless on it. It's not a benchmark test anyway, it's just checking out. Having a look at their quality. Alright, have I updated that? Because for me that looks more blurry and shimmering compared to FSR 4. Yeah, that don't look as good. So that could explain it, because that didn't. So that was DLSS 3.7 even quality. I didn't like that. So FSR 4 is definitely better than that. %, better than that. Nah, I shouldn't do the shaders again, should it? Alright, so it's a good job I did look at this. So that 1440, I mean, that is a massive difference to SS4. If that's going to clear up, is it? What's going on here? Alright, I thought it was going to crash. Alright. Oh, that looks better. Because I didn't notice as soon as I come in that was shimmering bits there. Just looked like more blurry last all resolution. What is going on there? So I'm losing performance here. Right? That was stuttering. Stupid fucking menu coming. Alright. Alright. Yeah, that does definitely look better now. I'm not sure if it's still doing shaders or something, even though I've done them. Alright. Alright, so that looks pretty... pretty similar to FSR 4, I'd say that. Because that DLSS 3.7 looked bad for me, even at quality. Yeah, that looks a lot better now. Right, so for me, I think that's a... I'd say probably a tie between DLSS 4 and FSR 4. So look at performance. Borderless win. I don't know why games can't do full screen. Alright. So this is performance. And that's holding up pretty well. I think quality is slightly better, but that is a lot better than Yakuza. So yeah, I can't see nothing wrong with the hair quality on that. So I don't know what's definitely in Yakuza. I did see a much more blurry image in Yakuza when I went DLSS 4 performance. So I'll show you because I definitely, I mean, I uninstalled OptiScaler as well on that in Yakuza. Because I did do a video with this and then I'm basically having to do it again. But I've tested some more games now. Right, so go here. Yeah, so I've got it on. I've got the latest preset on. So that is definitely DLSS 4. So that was interesting. I mean, for me, they're both really good upscalers, but it's going to be very dependent on the game. I mean, definitely 100% FSR 4 is better than DLSS 3 for me. I mean, literally just saw it in that game. For me, I definitely didn't see that on the FSR 4. So I'm pretty super confident about that. So for me, it beats DLSS 3 hands down FSR 4. I think what I've seen with DLSS 4, the aliasing is just a bit better when you're looking at Spider-Man 2. When you're swinging about, the aliasing will be more unstable. But it's so close with FSR 4, I wouldn't even worry about it too much. It's just in certain games where I might be having to use DLSS 4 performance, and it might just destroy the image of it still. Which I thought, see, I was under the impression people were saying DLSS 4 performance was pretty much usable in every game. So for me, it's not. I don't agree with that. So it depends. It's going to depend on the game for me. But in the main, it's really good. So yeah, it's impressive. Again, I will have to have another look at Pirate Yakuza. See how FSR 4 performance loads up in that, because I don't remember seeing the pair sort of going that blurry. For me, it was a lot sharper and more stable at that. So I don't know what's going on there. Anyway, so yeah, I mean, for me, that is a personal choice. It looked good in there, but I don't like over sharpened there. But I'm happy to use DLSS 4 there, definitely over DLSS 3. So yeah, overall pretty good. Okay, so thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.